Hi guys, it's Bex. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a Q&A and it is Q&A 20. I haven't recorded a Q&A in about a month, so I thought that Q&A 20 should be a special longer episode. It's kind of like a double episode, kind of, because usually my Q&As are around like 6-ish minutes, so I thought 14-15 minutes should make you guys pretty happy for those of you who enjoy longer videos. Quickly before I begin with the questions, the gameplay that you're watching is first going to be Titanfall. If you guys watch my DLC review video, the first minute or so is one of the streaks that I featured, so this is the full gameplay. And then I have something a little bit different. I actually have a little bit of Tomb Raider gameplay in the last 5 minutes or so. So for those of you who enjoy different gameplay or watching me play different games, hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. So the first question today comes from my friend Alien Warfare, and he asks, has a video game ever scared you? If so, what game? In order for me to actually answer this question properly, I have to give a little bit of a backstory. So when I was 9 or 10, I watched this horror movie, Urban Legends, with my sister and her friends when they came over to our house. And, that was a horrible idea because it seriously scarred me for life. And after watching that movie, I wasn't able to watch any other scary movie up until I was 20 or 21, which is kind of ridiculous, and I refuse to play any scary games as well. So no, a video game hasn't ever scared me because I sort of refuse to scare myself. But I was actually talking to Alien Warfare, who asked this question the other day, because we were playing Gears of War, and the sound effects in Gears of War kind of really freak me out a lot, so that's probably the closest that I've ever been scared in a video game. John asks, which games will you be most likely picking up this year? In order of when they're coming out, I'll be picking up Sims 4, Destiny, I think Sunset Overdrive, and then GTA 5 on the Xbox One, and probably Minecraft as well on the Xbox One. Sean is Jersey asks, what's your favourite device or daily driver? I have to say probably my PVR, because I record gameplays with it to make videos for you guys, probably that or my phone. Francis M.H. White asks, are you excited for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? When I was watching the multiplayer reveal trailer, all I kept thinking was, this reminds me of Black Ops 2. I don't know how many of you guys thought that as well, but it really just reminded me of Black Ops 2 with double jumping. But I'm not sure, it's hard for me to get excited about multiplayer games because the level of enjoyment that I have obviously depends on how other people play the game as well. So I'm not really sure. I think if I was to rate my level of excitement, maybe 5.5. Yeah, something like that. That's pretty low, but yeah, I'm definitely going to give the game a chance because I will be playing it at EB Expo in October, so I guess we shall see. Eric Hunter asks, if tomorrow suddenly all video games were gone from the face of the planet, what would you do with your extra spare time? I think that I would either do a lot more reading, or I would learn how to cook dishes that I love eating, but I just have no idea how to cook. So I really want to learn how to make pad thai and Vietnamese beef noodle soup, so I probably will spend a lot of time getting better at cooking and that sort of thing. And reading. Claymores asks, could you date a guy who wasn't into gaming and preferred you didn't play? I think that I could date a guy who wasn't into gaming, but in terms of preferring me to not play video games, and just preferring me not to do something that they didn't like doing, just in general, isn't something that I would be happy to go along with. So no to the second part. Yeah, I don't know, I think that just people in general, when you're in a relationship and you prefer someone not to do something, what else would you rather them do, right? I mean, if you already kind of spend enough time together, then your own spare time is sort of your own time to do what you want, right? To me, the way I think about it is, when you're in a relationship, you're not going to be with someone who has the exact same interests as you. Some of them can overlap, some of them won't. But when you try and control what someone else is doing in their spare time, then that, in the long term, to me, is a gigantic fight that will never end. Pushka Mukam asks, what is your biggest fear? This is something quite depressing, so if you're not in a very good mood, maybe you want to skip forward. My biggest fear is when I'm married with kids, that I'm stuck in a job that I really hate, because in that situation, I don't think you can really quit, because once your family relies on you, you cannot quit providing for them, right? Right now, because I'm not married with kids, it's fine for me to potentially hate my job because I can just quit and then move on, have a period where I'm unemployed. But I don't know, I don't think that's really a possibility once you have kids and they continuously rely on you. That thought scares me so much to the point that I'd rather be a little bit poorer right now, just so maybe in the long term I can be a lot happier. Brian asks, what is the thing that makes you happy the most? I don't know, sort of like the over-analytical side of me really wants to over-analyze this question quite a lot. But I think we're going to keep it simple today. I think maybe something really simple like cooking a really nice meal and enjoying it, because, I don't know, I think that once you sort of move out of home and, you know, you suck at cooking, and then you sort of like go through this transition where you like learn how to make simple dishes, and then to the point where you're like pretty okay at cooking, it's like really nice because like you know that you're independent, you know that, you know, you can provide for yourself, and that makes me quite happy. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's it. HydrenixXO asks, if you ever meet any popular YouTuber that invited you to do a special video, what would you do? I don't know how many of you guys follow me on Twitter, but quite a lot of popular YouTubers actually follow me, and I remember when each of them followed me, I fangirled like so much. I remember the first big YouTuber, in inverted commas, that followed me was Chris Move. That was a good day. Fangirled to the max. Miss Heart Attack, that was a big one as well. And then Drifter. Drifter was a huge fangirl moment. And yeah, quite a lot of fangirl moments, but I was actually going to do a Minecraft series with another YouTuber, but that sort of fell through because we kept talking about it and then we never ended up doing it. So I don't know, I think that maybe something like co-op a game, because there's a lot of walkthroughs of like good games, but there's not that many co-op games that are that good, so I guess not that many people co-op them. But I remember when I watched Vanos and Delirious's co-op of Dead Rising 3, I really enjoyed that. So probably co-op with another YouTuber, something like that. George Jimenez asks, is it still winter in Australia? And a couple of you guys asked me about the weather, so I'm just going to answer them all in one. Sweeney Todd also asks, are you a hot weather person or a cold weather person? And then Michael K asks, longest gone without cutting hair and favourite season, as in summer, winter, etc. So, yes, it is still winter in Australia. A lot of you Northern Hemisphere folks don't realise is that being in the Southern Hemisphere means that everything is totally the opposite. So, it's summer for you guys and it's winter for us here. So, it's still winter in Australia. And I definitely prefer summer because, I don't know, I just love going to the beach and warm weather. It just really makes me happy. When it rains and it's like really cold, it actually kind of like makes me a little bit depressed. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but yeah, so that's that weather, you know, those weather questions sorted. And Michael K asks, longest gone without cutting hair. I don't know, when I was like trying to grow my hair, like there was a period where it was really short, so maybe like at my neck, so just under my ears in high school, and I was trying to grow it out, and maybe like 6 months, because I don't know, it's really hard to grow your hair after you get it cut really short. Keto Chi asks, are you a competitive person or do you just like to have fun? It kind of like depends on what it is. When I was in high school, I was a cross-country runner. I got up to state cross-country when I was a bit older and I trained a lot harder. And in terms of cross-country, I was extremely competitive and I took it really seriously. But I don't know, maybe in terms of like video games, with FPS games, I kind of take it a bit too seriously sometimes. It's kind of funny and a bit weird, but yeah, with FPS games, I really like to do well, and I don't know, it's not one of those things where I can just sit back and sort of like chat with friends and just like, you know, take it easy, but I don't know, with other games, I don't know, actually, it depends on the game, because with Monopoly, that's supposed to be really fun, but I get really competitive and angry when I lose, so it probably just depends on what it is, really. Sometimes I can be competitive, and other times I'm just pretty laid back, but from my answer, it doesn't seem like I'm very laid back at all, does it? Stephen Jenkins asks, I'm reading a book about this topic, so if the world was going to end and you knew it, what 3 things would you do? This is an amazing question, and seriously, I actually think about this quite a lot because I have a vivid imagination and I'm just weird like that. But I think also it depends on like what kind of way the world was going to end, but I don't know, we're not gonna take it that far, okay? We're just going to like keep it simple and just assume the world is going to end in some way. So, first of all, I would learn how to make a fire, because that's something that when I was stranded in the bush, I don't know if you guys watched my Blue Mountains road trip, I think it was like a month or 2 ago. Yeah, after that vlog that I did, my friends and I, we got stranded in the bush, literally in the middle of nowhere. So these survival sort of things were things that we were talking about all night in the freaking freezing cold. So Make a fire. That's the first thing. Second thing is learn how to like find water. Like in terms of like what plants that I can get water out of. I don't know, like if it was Australia, I'm not really sure if like rainforest plants like have water. I don't know, this is really weird. Like I'm not a plant expert, but learn how to get water. And then the third thing is learn how to shoot a gun or defend myself, because I'm really tiny and small, so if someone was to attack me, I would honestly be screwed. So those are 3 things that I would do. Corsiv asks, do you watch anime? If so, what animes are your favourite? I actually have only watched 2 animes and both of them are amazing. It's Death Note and Steins Gate. Inklex asks, why do we have similar names? I'm not really sure, it's quite a conspiracy. Edwin Erickson asks, do you have a second channel for other games? I actually don't, and I do upload other games on my main channel. I know that not everyone enjoys that because this is primarily a first-person shooter channel, but if there's a game that I enjoy and I feel like uploading it, I do upload it. And I think recently I uploaded, I know recently I uploaded Hitman, and some of you guys really enjoyed that. If you guys missed that video, I'll leave it in the link down below for you guys to watch. Gary asks, if you were given the opportunity to have Superman's powers, would you take them? The catch, it's only for a year and then you die. Probably not, because I'm not ready to die next year. Gary also asks, are you an adventurous eater? Would you commit to eating something without knowing what it was? Probably not. I'm not an adventurous eater. Macca Glins asks, what laptop do you have? Because Sims 4 demo looks so good. What laptop are the best for graphics for Sims 4? My laptop isn't an amazing laptop at all for gaming. It's just an Asus X53E SX167V. So if you want to play Sims 4 on your laptop and it's not that good, I'm going to leave a link to the minimum PC specs down below for you to check out. Jacob asks, will you play Ghost on the 360? No, because I don't even play it on the Xbox One. Air Canada 26 asks, will you play The Last of Us Remastered? I will if I get a PS4. George asks, are you getting Minecraft for Xbox One? Yes, I am. Jesse James asks, will you please play Far Cry 4 when it comes out? I think it depends on whether or not I think it is fun or not. If I think it's fun and I'm recording, I'll make a video about it. Fifth Hates G Plus asks, why do you not play DayZ? I don't know why I don't play DayZ. It actually looks pretty fun, but I don't know. I think I've heard that, like, you know, players can be a little bit dickish online to like trick you into giving them their stuff, so I don't know, that kind of scares me just a little bit. Jackson Chally asks, what annoys you the most on Twitter? Probably those accounts where it's like naked chicks and people that I'm following just like constantly retweeting naked chicks, because I don't know, I just find it a little bit unnecessary. Vince Garcia says, have you ever been through a horrible breakup? Yes, I actually have been through an extremely horrible breakup, and I don't know, when I got dumped, this is the one time I got dumped, he started like packing all my stuff up and like all my clothes and my laptop, and then he just like dumped it outside and was like, yeah, go. And I was just like, you know, when you're still trying to process it and you like want to talk about it and it's like, nope, just leave. That was pretty horrible. I've got 2 last questions before I quickly wrap up this Q&A. Hanup219 asks, do you believe in love and marriage? Yes, I do. And Ren E. Renee asks, what is your favourite part of your day, daily routines? Probably my morning coffee. So I hope you guys enjoyed this longer special edition of Q&A 20. If you guys have a question for a future Q&A, leave it in the comment section down below, or you can tweet it to me when I announce I'm doing a Q&A. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!